Hello everyone, myself Eli Mehta, working as an assistant professor in computer engineering department at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Our subject is computer network. Our unit is fifth data link layer. So in previous lecture we completed random access protocol in multiple access protocol. So in today's lecture we will complete another two parts, that is controllized access protocol. It classified into three parts: reservation, polling and token passing, and another is channelization protocol, that is FDMA, TDMA and CDMA. So first is controlled access. In this, the data is sent by that station which is approved by all other station. Okay, suppose we have a 5 stations. Okay, then station 1 is must approved by all other remaining 4 stations. Then and then station 1 can send the data. Okay, in controllized access, the station seek information from one another to find which station has the right to send. Okay, so they transfer the information from one another to check which station has the right to send the data. It allows only one node to send at a time. So at a time only one node can send the data to avoid the collision of message on shared medium. Okay, so to avoid the collision, at a time only one station can send the data. The three controlled access method are reservation, second is polling, and third is token passing. Okay, so reservation, as name suggests, in the reservation method a station need to make a reservation before sending the data. Okay, so station must reservation before the sending data. Okay, the timelines has two kind of periods: reservation interval of fixed time length and data transmission period of variable frame rate. So time may be fixed time length and data transmission period of variable frame. Okay, if there are m stations, the reservation interval is divided into m slots. Okay, and each station has one slot. Suppose we have a 5 stations, then we have a 5 slots, and each and every station have one slots. Okay, suppose if station 1 has a frame 2 cents, okay, it transmits a 1 bit during the slot 1. No other station is allowed to transmit during these slots. Okay, so at a time only one station can send the data. In general, ith station may announce that it has a frame to send by inserting 1 bit into ith node slot. Okay, after all n slots have been checked, each station knows which station wish to transmit. Okay, suppose we have a 5 station and station 2 want to send the data. So remaining all station need to know that station 2 want to transmit the data. This is the concept of this statement. Okay. See here, the station which have reserved the slot transfer that frames in that order. Okay, after data transmission period, the next reservation interval begins. Since everyone agree on who goes next, there will be never be collision. Okay, so there is a sequence in the reservation: station 2, station 3, then station 1, then station 4, and then station 5. After that, one station completing the transmission, then and then next station can send the data. Okay, so there will never be collision. Okay, the following figure shows the situation with 5 stations. Okay, see here we have a 5 stations: station 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and a 5 slot reservation. These all are the slots for the reservation. Okay, in the first interval only station 1, 3 and 4 have made reservation. In the second interval only station 1 has made a reservation. So we have a 5 station 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in which first time interval only station 1, station 3 and station 4 want to send the data, so they make the reservation. So station 1 send the data, station 3 send the data, and then station 4 send the data. Okay, in next time period only station 1 want to send the data, so station 1 is 1, remaining are 0. Here we have a 1, 3 and 4 station want to send the data, so in that we have a 1 and remaining are the 0. So station 1 send the data. In third time period no station want to send the data, so all 0. So remember this: which station want to send the data, put 1 at that station and remaining station remain 0. Okay, so this is the concept of reservation. Okay, next is polling. Polling process is similar to the roll call performed in the class. Okay, just like the teacher, a controller send a message to each node in a turn. Okay, so when teacher is taking the attendance, they call the roll number, and according to roll number every students make their present or absent. Okay, so like this, okay, controller send a message to each node. Okay, in this one act as a primary station, okay, controller or teacher we can say, and the other are secondary station. So the teacher is a primary station and students are the secondary station. Okay, teacher call the roll numbers, and according to roll number students give the answer. So at a time only one student can send their data present or absent. Okay, so all data exchanges must be made through the controller. Okay, so this is the concept of primary station and secondary station. The message sent by the controller contain the address of the node being selected for granting access. As teachers say roll number 1, then roll number 1 will answer. Although all nodes receive the message, but the address 1 respond to it. Okay, so when teacher call the roll number, suppose roll number 5, every student here, but reply is given by only roll number 5. This is the concept. If any, there is no data, usually a poll reject, negative acknowledgement message is sent to back. If any student is absent, the negative acknowledgement is sent to teacher. So this is the concept of polling. Okay, problem includes high overhead of the polling message and high dependence on the reliability of the controller. So polling works with the topologies. Okay, one device is designed as a primary station and other device at the secondary station, as I explained here. A link control is done by the primary station, as I have explained the example of teacher and student. All data exchange take place through primary devices. Primary device decide which device is allowed to use the channel at a given time. Okay, so when the teacher is called the roll number, he or she allowed only that roll number student to give the reply. At a time only one student can give the reply. If primary device want to receive data, it asks the secondaries if they have anything to send. This function is called the polling. Select mode and poll mode are two functions of the polling. In polling, primary device receive the data. In select mode, primary device send the data to the secondary device. Okay, link is available if primary device is not sending or receiving any data. Okay, so see in the diagram, here we have a primary data and here we have a secondary data. So primary data poll. Okay, so they suppose here we have a teacher and here we have a student. So teacher give the roll number and according to that students are replying. So here we have a poll. At station A we gave the negative acknowledgement. After that primary station give the polling to node B, and node B send the data, and after that successfully receive the node primary station give the positive acknowledgement. So this is the concept of polling. Suppose teachers and teacher call the roll number 1 and roll number 1 is absent or negative acknowledgement is occur. After that teachers ask for the roll number 2 and roll number 2 is present. So roll number 2 is telling that yes ma'am or yes sir. Okay, so data is given to primary. Okay, so teacher, and after that teacher give the positive acknowledgement and he or she continue with the next roll number. So this is the actually concept of polling. Okay, so next is token passing. In token passing scheme, the stations are connected logically to each other in form of ring format. Okay, token passing, and access the station is governed by the tokens. Okay, so token is given to every stations. A token is a special bit pattern or a small message which circulate from one station to next in the some predefined order. Okay, in token ring, token is passed from one station to another adjacent station in the ring, whereas in the case of token bus, each station uses the bus to send the token to the next station in some predefined order. Okay, so here we have a ring format. We have a station 1, station 2, station 3 and station 4, and here we have a token. So token is sent from station 1 to station 2, then station 2 to station 3, then station 3 to station 4, like this. So this is our token passing method. Okay, in both cases token represent permission to send. Okay, if a station has a frame queue for transmission, when it receives the token, it can send that frame before it passes the token to the next station. If it has no queue frame, it passes the token simply. Okay, so here we are sending token from station 1 to station 2. Okay, so if station 2 have some data to send, then we have to wait. If they have no data, then immediately token is passed from station 1 to station 2. That is the concept. Okay, token represent permission to send. We have to take the permission. If a station has a frame queue for transmission, when it receives the token, it can send that frame before it passes the token to the next station. Okay, so if station 2 have a frames to send, then first of all it send the frames and after that it send the token. Okay, after sending the frame, each station must wait for all end station, okay, to send the token to their neighbors and the other n-1 station to send the frame if they have one. Okay, so after sending the frame, station 2 have to each station must wait for all remaining stations. So here we have a station 3 and station 4 and send the token to their neighbors and the other n-1 station to send the frame. Okay, so token after station 2, token is passed to token station 3. After that, station 3 is passed to station 4. So when they get the tokens, they can send the frame. Okay, there exists problem like duplication of tokens. A token is lost or insertion of new station, removal of station, which need to be tackled for correct and reliable operation of this scheme. So it may happen that station 2 is removed. It may happen that station 5 is inserted over here. Then it is the problem. Next is channelization. In this, the available bandwidth of the link is shared in a time, frequency and code to multiple stations to access channel simultaneously. So here we are accessing channel simultaneously. So first is FDMA, that is frequency division multiple access. The available bandwidth is divided into equal bands so that each station can be allocated its own band. Okay, guard bands are also added so that no two bands overlap to avoid crosstalk or noise. Okay, so here we are divided our bandwidth. Okay, available bandwidth in a equal parts, and each station can allow its own bandwidth. Okay, so simultaneously they can send the data, so there is no possibility of noise or collision. So this is the frequency division multiple access. Next is time division multiple access. In this, the bandwidth is shared between multiple stations. Okay, so bandwidth is shared. Here we divide bandwidth in the equal bands. Okay, to avoid collision, time is divided into slots. So here we are divided time slots. Okay, and stations are allocated their slots to transmit the data. However, there is a overhead of synchronization as each station need to know its time slot. Okay, so every station must know their time slot. This is resolved by adding synchronization bit to each slots. Okay, another issue with TDMA is propagation delay, which is resolved by adding some guard band. So here we are divide bandwidth in the equal bands, and in here we are divide the time slot. So this is the TDMA. Next is code division multiple access. One channel carries all transmission simultaneously. Okay, so there is neither division of bandwidth nor division of time. Okay, remember this, in frequency division multiple access we are dividing bandwidth in particular time slot. In time division multiple access we divide time into particular slots. Okay, and in code division multiplexer neither we divide the bandwidth nor we divide the time. For example, if there are many people in a room all speaking at the same time, okay, and then also perfect receptions of data is possible if only two persons speak the same language. Okay, simultaneously data from different station can be transmitted simultaneously in a different code language. Okay, suppose there are multiple people, they are speaking at the same time simultaneously, but two persons are speaking in a different language. Okay, then they can easily listenable. Okay, like this. Similarly, data from different station can be transmitted simultaneously at the same time but in a different code language. That is the concept of code division multiple access. So in this we see control access protocol, reservation, polling and token passing, and channelization protocols are FDMA, TDMA and CDMA. So this is the concept. Thank you.